Hello everyone, I am Archana Rani. In today's video lecture, I am going to discuss software engineering fundamental concept for the course Software Engineering and Project Management of SYMCA Semester 2. The learning objective and outcome of this lecture is to study the fundamental concept of software engineering is the objective, whereas once you study the fundamental concept, the student will able to use that concept of software engineering in any real life example. That is the expected outcome from this lecture. Teaching scheme for this course is, as I said it, the course name is Software Engineering and Project Management. This is for second year course semester 2 for the academic year 2020-21. The course code for this is 410912. The credit is given by SPPU is 4, whereas teaching scheme the lectures are total 4 and the examination scheme in semester paper you are having the 30 marks and in semester paper you are having 70 marks. Agenda for today's lecture that we are going to discuss what is exactly the software, why does the software do and why it is important, what is software domains, what are the changing nature of the software, then what is software engineering, why to study the software engineering concept, software engineering layered approach, the process framework activity of software engineering and the software process model, and then conclusion. Let's we start to discuss what it is exactly. As I said it that it is a unit 1 and unit 1 for this course is introduction to software engineering and software process model we are going to discuss. Before discussing more details about software and software engineering, first we understand what is software engineer, what is the role of the software engineer exactly. So the role of software engineer is total 12 roles we are playing daily as a software engineers or jobs. What are that? Let's we see one by one. The software engineers can play a role as system analysis, software architecture, software network specialist, software programmer, software system administrator, software database administrator, webmaster, software security engineer, software tester, software project manager, software configuration manager, software quality manager. Now for playing these different roles for the software engineer, first we should know what is exactly. So glimpse on the software concept and software engineer concept. Let's we discuss what it is. For software, what is software? It is a computer software that it perform the different operations or the functionality which help to build a particular product or develop the software. That product, once we build the product, that product is helps to perform the different activities for lifelong, that is for the long term. Whereas software engineering, what is the role of the software engineering? So software engineering is nothing but it is a process, a collections of methods or the tools that help to build that high quality of the computer software. As I said it that first you should understand what is computer software, then we are going to discuss more details about software engineers. So to build the computer software with the help of software engineering concept, we can build the computer software with high quality. Now what it means? It means that it executes the different roles with the help of computer systems where we can use it for the any size or the any architectures which we have presented in a computer systems, or with the help of the computer systems we can perform the different roles, we can execute the different programs, we can describe the different informations in a different manner as per the user's requirement, and that can be stored at center place, and whenever it's required we can easily access it. That is what exactly the computer software, and to build that computer software we can help it for the computer software engineering. That is what exactly it is, the concept. Now, what does it and why it is important? What does it means? What is software engineer? Software engineers, as I said it earlier, that it helps to build the software product. Either for it helps to building the software product or support the software systems, which nowadays everywhere is used in industry, or now because of the pandemic situations, everywhere we are nowadays, everywhere we are using this concept, or the software engineers are very in high demand, because almost each and every functionality of the human being can be done with the software systems only. Now, why it is important? It is important because it affect nearly very aspects of our lives. Yes, it's become a very very general in our commerce, in our cultures, or in our everyday activities, as I already said it. And software engineering is important because it's enable us to build the complex system in a timely manner with a high quality. That's why it's important. Let's we see what are the steps can be taken and how it works it. For what are the steps we can take it for building the steps, or for building this particular software? First you have to build it, or you have to develop that particular product or the software. For developing that product you may apply the different software engineering approaches. Either you can say that are the different approaches or the models or the process, and by adopting the different process in a system, whatever systems you want to develop, yes, that system aim is to develop the high quality software. That means whatever things we are expected to perform with by that software, it produce the high quality of result that meets the need of the people who will use as product by applying the software engineering approaches. That is the steps we can use it. Whereas what is the work product? For work product, from the point of view of the software engineering, the work product is a set of the program or whatever content is required for performing the actions or the functionality on that system. That is the data, we may call that is a data, or the content of that product, or the other products that are the computer software. Yes, this is from the point of view of the software engineers, whereas as the point of view of the end users or the users point of view, the product, whatever product we are using, the resultant information of that product is the users want some information, some data that will be help in their daily life. Their daily life should be in peace, okay, or whatever activities they want to perform, that should be smoothly going in their daily lives. That means somehow that users would make better. That is the aim behind this concept. Okay, hope you understand the glimpse of the what is software, what is software engineering role, what is the role of the software engineer, and why software engineering is important. Okay, or software engineers is important in the daily life. Quite interesting things we are going to discuss, that how much salary we get it being a software engineers, that how much are the software engineers paid. And the some survey has done by one of the company, and they have displayed that details on the net. I have taken this table from the net, that the different companies is providing the salary package of the software engineer. Being a software engineer, the package is provided, whereas once you get it, the senior engineer's designation, then the package, the expected package may be like Google may provide the starting salary for the software engineer as 4.5 up to 38 lakhs, whereas senior software engineers may get it 9 lakhs to 41 lakhs. Adobe provide 7.4, Cisco provide 4.8, Intel provides 6.9, Microsoft provide 3.6, Juniper provide 3.6, Amazon provide 10.3, whereas the Goldman Sketch provide 2.4 likewise, and the end is given similarly for senior software engineers. The salary is given here. So it's quite interesting because everybody is doing ultimately or studying all these things to get the good salary. Yeah. So students, here you can note a point that if you are expecting such a type of the salary or the 5 digit or the 6 digit of the salary, yes, at your initial stage, then you can think to become a successful software engineer. And for becoming the successful software engineer, first you should know the concept of the software engineering. So let's we have a look on the concept of software engineering. Software engineering is very simple concept, as you have to plan the things, you have to analyze the things, you have to design the things, validate the things, verify the things. That are nothing but the software engineering. Yes students, quite interesting. Okay, this is all about the general introduction of the today's lecture, whereas software engineering fundamental. What are the nature of the software? We get it. Yes. So let's we have a look on the nature of software. For nature of software, first, what is software exactly? As we have already discussed initially that what is software or what is the role of software. So what it is nothing but the computer software program, yes, that help to build the software professionally, yes, that support over the long term. Okay, now for building the software program, first how you can build that software program. For building the software program, first you should write that program. Yes, that means with the help of the computer programs, you can build the software. So software is nothing but the set of programs, set of operating procedures, and set of documentations. That is nothing but we call that are the components of the software. And if we club that set of programs, set of documents, and set of operating procedures at one place, then we call that is a software. That means it is one program which help to perform the different operations or the functionality which the user are expected from it. Okay. So what is software? Software details about this each terms. So software is, as I said it, that it is a collection. Software is a collection of computer programs plus the data structure along with the documentation. Documentations, you may have a soft as well as the hard documentation. Let's wait a glimpse on what is computer program. Computer program is nothing but the set of instructions which executed, that instructions is executed by the computer system to provide the desired features, functions, or the performance to produce the appropriate result or the expected result. Whereas what is data structure? With the help of the data structure and the computer program, you can develop the software. So data structure is again the important part in a software. It helps to enable the program to easily manipulate the informations. That means whatever structures we require to store the data at the backend side through the whatever data is generated by the computer program, that can be managed, that can be represented in an appropriate way, that is a data structure. And for that we require the descriptive informations, and that descriptive informations we get it in a set of the documentations. So that set of documentations we may have either in a soft format, either in a hard format. Yes, that helps to describe the different operations or the different use of the programs. So let's we have a look what are the different documents we are having, or we get it as a part of the software which can help to build the software professionally. So list of the documents manual we get it. Documentation manuals we are getting the categorize, yes, that is analysis or specifications. For analysis or specification you get it the formal specifications, context diagram, data flow diagram. Whereas for designing you are getting the flow chart. Either you can use the flow chart or you may draw the ER diagram for your system and use it. Whereas while implementing your software, you can create the source code listing or the cross reference listing, yes, and then you can perform it. Whereas for testing you have to prepare the test data as well as the test result documentations. Here the list is not end, students. It's continuous. With the documentation manual you may get it the user manual as well as you get it the operational manual. For user manuals you are getting the category as a system manual, that how the system can be operate. All the details informations you will get it in a system overview, whereas the beginner's guide tutorial, that how to operate the system details, you are getting in a beginner's guide tutorial. Whereas the reference guide tutorial you may if the particular error may occur in a product, then that time how to handle that error or how to tackle with it, all the details you are getting in a user manual. Whereas the operational manual you are getting the installation manual. If the specific installations procedure has to follow while installing your product, that details you will get it in a operational manual. Or any other system administrative guides is required for the system, that we get it in a system administrative guide manual. This is all about the list of the documents manual, and with the help of this different category of the documentations along with the computer program and the data structure, we can develop the software, yes, that can be perform the different operations. Now once you develop the software, what is the need or what are the different characteristics of software, that we will get it. That in short, why to use the software or what are the advantage of the software. For characteristics, the following are some characteristics that we will get it for the softwares, and that are the functionality of the softwares, then the reliability of the software, usability of the software, accessibility of the software, efficiency of the software, maintainability of the software, or the portability of the softwares. These are the characteristics of the software. Let's we discuss one by one. What is functionality? Functionality is nothing but, as we have already discussed while discussing the definition of the software or why it is required to develop it, what are the expected functionality to perform by that software that has to perform properly, and that what are the expected operations we want to perform in through that software or through that product, that has to check it by this characteristics, or we may call that are the factors. Okay students, then the next one is the reliability. Reliability factor is nothing but that once the user is use your software, he or she should be rely on your product, that whatever expected output you are getting, they are getting from the software, that we get it the definitely correct output only. The user should be easily rely on it. Okay, that is what the reliability. Usability, it should be a user friendly. Yes, it should be a useful. Efficiency, that whatever output is generated, that should be effective and efficient. Maintainability, easy to maintain the software. Yes, it should not be get it more harmful or should not be required the more maintenance for that particular software. Whereas portability, easily we can take it that software from one place to the another place. These are the characteristics of the software. It's every user, every end user is expected in any type of the computer softwares. Okay, this is all about the characteristics. Whereas what is the changing nature of the software? For changing nature of the software, initially for the computer software we supposed to get it only two types of the software that I have already listed out here, that is system software and application software. But nowadays 7 board categories of computer software as presented. Yes, or it's a continuous challenge for a software engineer, that are to develop the system software, to develop the application software, to develop the engineering and the scientific software, develop the embedded software, product line software, web applications, or the artificial intelligence software. Okay. Now, what is system software? For more glimpse on the system software, the biggest advantage for the system software, everybody is knowing, it's your operating system. That means it is a collection of the program that are written to service the other program. Okay, that with the help of the program only we will provide the service to that program to perform the process complex. Okay, by using the different structures, data structures. Yeah, that is what the system software. Whereas the application software is a program that solve a specific business need, or as per the requirement of the user, we have to develop the particular process. Yes, we have to develop the particular software by providing the whatever expected functionalities from the users, or the facilities that user is expected in that software, and provide it. Whereas the next category is engineering and scientific software. Engineering and scientific software, the software is used to facilitate the engineering functions and the tasks. However, the modern softwares within the engineering and scientific area are moving away from the conventional numerical algorithms to the computer aided design system simulations. Yes, and that we can take it to the real time software characteristics. That means in an engineering approach we can that by using the modern approach we can perform some specific scientific technology, we can implement some scientific technology in a software and develop our own product. That's come under the engineering and scientific software. Whereas the embedded software, nowadays we are using so many types of the software, they are having the background of the embedded software only. Okay, so it is a type of software that is used to implement and control the features and the functionality for the end user for that system itself. Okay, that means this software can perform the limited and historic functions, provide the significant functions, and control the capability. That means by elaborating some hardware and software touch at one place and develop the software to perform the different functionalities. If I want to give it the example for the embedded software, I may give it the example for the lift management system is the biggest example for the embedded system. Biometric system is again the example for the embedded system. Yeah. Next one is the product line software. Product line software is provide the specific capability for the user by many different customers. Yes, that can be focused on the market, and as per the market or the demand from the customers, we can develop the software, or that software is helpful to perform the marketplace activities. Okay, that's come under the product line software. Whereas the next category is the web application software. Web application software is the software type of the software where we can perform this set of programs can be run on the internet. Yes, for the purpose of business to business communications. Okay. Next category is artificial intelligence software. Nowadays very booming software type is the AI software, and this AI software make use of the non-numerical algorithm which help to solve the complex problem that cannot be solved by the application software or any other type of the software. Yes, that the applications within this area may be include the robotics or the expert system or the pattern recognition or the neural systems or the theorem system or the game playing systems. Okay, that whatever intelligence we require, that intelligence we try to pop up in a software artificially. That's why it's called as the artificial intelligence software. And if I want to give the example for this category, I may give it the example home automation system, driverless car. Yes, all that are the several board category of the computer software which help to change in the nature of the software. Hope you understood the nature of software point. Yes, students, if I want to segregate this category as I already elaborated you nicely, if that we can say these are the different software domains, whatever category of the software we are discussed, that are nothing but the different software domains which can help to develop that respective category of the software. For example, system is a collection of the program written to the service other program. Yes, as I already said it. Whereas the application program is a standalone program that solve a specific business need. Embedded system is the hardware embedded in a hardware to make it the smarter. Okay, scientific engineering that characterized by the number crunching algorithm. Web applications, we can give it the example that the network centric software, that wide array of the applications, whereas the artificial intelligence softwares is perform the tasks that requiring the human intelligence such as the virtual perception, speech recognition, decision making, etc. And accordingly the examples are given. I have already given the examples while discussing the previous slides. Okay, so these are the different software domains, and based on this domain, what are the exact applications, that exact applications are the examples we supposed to use it in our daily life, we see a glimpse on it. So these are the category of the software or the changing nature of the software, yeah, which help to understand the concept of the software. System software, the biggest example, as I already said it, operating system. So Windows 10 or the Turbo C++ editor. Whereas the application software example, I may give it the point of the scale or the customized software. Any customized software is called as the application software. So all types of the ERP system may be the example of the application software. Whereas the next category is engineering or the scientific software. So engineering or the for develop the engineering or scientific software, we can take it the help from the AutoCAD or the MATLAB and we can develop it. Whereas embedded software, as I already given the example that the microwave micro ovens or the washing machine system or any simulators can be called the example of the embedded system. Whereas the product line software which help for the marketplace, that Tally is the best example for the product line software. Whereas web applications that help as I already said that it's work on a web internet. So the nowadays Twitter, Facebook or the LinkedIn type of the softwares are used by the almost every human being. Whereas artificial intelligence software example is driverless car, yes, or any voice recognition controls, yeah, home automation controls, all that categories will come under the artificial intelligence softwares. Yeah, this is all about the details of the software domain or the changing nature of the software. Okay, now let's we discuss what is exactly the software engineering. Up till now we had discussed what is software. Yes, then what is the characteristics of the software and what are the changing nature of the software, that is a type of software. By considering this concept, what is software engineering? Let's we discuss it. For software engineering, it is nothing but a systematic and disciplined approach for development of the software, and based on the nature of the problems, various tools and the technologies are applied to develop the quality software, that is called as the software engineering. Yes, it's nothing but the establishment and use of the sound engineering principles in order to obtain the economically softwares that are reliable and work efficiently in a real machines. Or the another definition we can say that software engineering is nothing but it is a science and art for building the software that are get it the answer in on time, on budget, with acceptable performance, with correct operations. And these definitions I like it more because it contains science as well as art that helps to designing and writing the program, which help to provide us the output on time at right place at right time. Now, next we discuss why to study the software engineering concept. So, for better understanding of the software engineering concept, let's we have a look that software development life cycle without software engineering. One example is given here that the customer's requirement is explained by this, that the customers is expected to develop the software likewise, whereas product leader is understand that requirement likewise. Then the system engineers has system analysis has designed that requirement, whatever requirement that product leader has understand. Yes, then the programmer has worked on that system analysis design likewise. Next, then the business consultant is describe the requirement in such a way, whereas the product was documented likewise, and the operations are installed on the place likewise, whereas the customers are billed for such a product and he will get it the product. Yes, that was supported likewise, and exact need of the customers was this one. For this lacking of the knowledge or lacking of the understanding of the software development process, we have to study the software engineering concept, and software engineering concept will help to understand how to follow the steps for software development steps or the process that help to avoid the communication gap and meet the actual requirement of the customer within a stipulated time with the stipulated budget. So, if I want to give it the more example on the software engineering, this is the example that if we only apply the engineering concept, then how that product may build it. Whereas if we apply the software engineering concept along with the engineering concept, then how that product is developed. So for designing, the engineers can be design the product likewise, whereas software engineer can design the product is likewise. Yes, the engineers may build the product this way, whereas the software engineer is build the product this way, and the final product of expected product is this, whereas the software engineer's final product is we get it like this. Okay, so it's better that to always use it the software engineering concept. Okay students, because the software is dead. Why it is dead? Because the new concepts are coming in a market, like the web 2 concept is come in a market, and because of the high demand of the computer systems or the internet systems, yes, nowadays every people I rely on the softwares only. Yes, that's why it's important to understand the concept of software as well as the software engineering. For better understanding of the software engineering concept, you should follow the software engineering layer approach. For software engineering layer approach, you will get it the four layer that are the first layer is that is bottom layer, that is a quality focus, process, methods and tools. The use of each layer is described. Likewise, what is quality? Quality is nothing but the principles of the software engineering we apply on the software, that is a quality. It must be focused, and the approach engineering approach is to focus on the quality only. For that you may use the technique like total quality management, Six Sigma, ISO technique or CMM technique, process improvement culture. We can use it and implement it. Whereas the second layer is the process layer. Process layer, it is a foundation of the software engineering layer which hold the technology and define the framework with the activity for the effective delivery of the software engineering technology. Whereas methods, by applying the different methods, that how we can build the techniques or what are the different techniques we can implement which get it the different advantage for that each different methods, that has to choose it, and then by choosing that method or the technique you have to implement it. While implementing you may take the help from the tools like the computer aided software engineering tools for developing a high quality defect free and maintainable software product, and that is the aim of the software engineering course. Yes students, this is all about the software engineering layer framework, whereas the next topic is the process framework activity. For process framework activity, this activity is divided into 5 steps. First one, that we have to communicate with the user for understanding the user's requirement, then plan it accordingly or appropriately. You have to plan the things, then you have to model that things, then construct it, and once you construct it, construction and testing has to done in a construction phase, and then lastly you have to deploy it. And for performing this process framework activity, you have to implement the software process model. For implementing the software process model, you have to implement the 7 steps. First steps is requirement analysis, second steps is defining the requirement, third step is designing the software, fourth step is developing the product, fifth step is testing that product, sixth steps is deployment of that product, and seventh steps is maintenance of that product. More details about the software process model we will see in the next lecture. This is all about the today's lecture students, and the conclusion of this today's lecture is we had discussed the concept, what is software, what is the changing nature of the software, what are the different software domains we get it, what is software engineering, why to study the software engineering concept, what is software engineering layer approach, what is process framework activity for the software engineering, and the software process model. Yes, thank you.